good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this from. This is my daily Lovescope. That's the cover of my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. Hi Cindy, good to have you here. This is my daily Lovescope I'm doing. Thanks for joining in, thanks for tapping the screen for hearts. I'm welcoming you in. If you're the first time, please put your name and where you're from in the comments to know where you're coming from. This is my book. I'm just leaving it on that screen so people see it more easily as they join the scope, because it takes a while for you to come in here. Shiny Soul, welcome. Thanks for coming here. Tamiko, good to have you back again. This is my daily love scope. I'll be getting to the details in a minute. Thanks for coming in. Please share with your followers on Twitter and friends and stuff on Periscope. Friends and stuff? Okay, weird. Right, so I think I'll just say hi. There we go. Hi. Welcome to my daily love scope. Oh, Melanie, nice to have you here. This is your first time here, so thank you. Oh, you're a big fan. Your friend, hang on. Marky, your friend is quoting me to you. That's very cool. Thank you. I should give her my thanks. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for coming in. The scope's going to be fairly light to start with, but depending on the questions, it may go deeper. So I just wanted to say, bear with me. My name is Barry Selby. I am the heartbreak repair specialist. That's my business, my focus, my work, which is to help mostly strong, successful women attract amazing relationships and heal their hearts. First time here. Thank you for joining me. Glad you're here. You run Gail Scope. Yeah, Gail and I have become Periscope friends because we seem to talk on overlapping subjects. Hi, nice to have you here. And basically, her focus of being law of attraction does interface with my talk about relationships, because I talk about how we create our reality in relationships. And so today's theme is a little slightly off topic, but still related, so it'll be good. Oh, you're trying to say that your girlfriend has started quoting you. That's great. I hope that's good for you. Thank you, Cindy, for the shout out. I appreciate that. And again, please, if you're here for the first time, make sure you do swipe right on the iPhone, up on the Droid, and tap follow. And if you'll be so kind, I hope you will too, Melanie. And if you'll be so kind as to invite your friends on Twitter, or sorry, share it on Twitter, and invite your followers on Periscope, they'll be welcome too. And yes, please tap the screen for hearts. I'm enjoying the hearts welcome too. So thank you. I'm actually from England, an Essex boy, born and raised from Essex, and I moved out to the States 30 plus years ago, and I live in Los Angeles right now. So that's, as you're new, you can ask that question. I've got certain friends who keep asking that question every single scope, and it just cracks me up because they know better. But since you're a first time around, I'll answer your question. So, the topic today is, when it comes to dating, actually when it comes to relationships, are you trying too hard? And I live in Hertfordshire. Actually, I just so you know, I started my bachelor's degree at Hatfield Poly before it became Hertfordshire University. So I actually do remember living in Hertfordshire briefly for about a year when I was taking college there. So I had some deep, dark history there. So, context. The reason I'm talking about this about trying too hard is I was talking to a friend of mine last night, I think it was, and really was painful to watch how hard he's trying to get this girl. Oh, that's at Norman's, yes. Snorblands, as we used to call it. One in Garden City and all those places around there. I remember that very well, many, many years ago. So let me get back on topic. Thank you, Melanie. I'll talk to you about that offline maybe at some point. In terms of dating and trying too hard, I've watched people many times, and I've seen my friends do it more than once. And I saw my friend last night how he's efforting so much energy to get the girl, and I know full well once he has her, he's going to relax. So his efforting to impress, to persuade, to show off, to shine for her is wonderful, except he can't maintain it. And so as time goes by in the relationship, a few months into the relationship, the illusion will fade, and she'll walk away probably. I've seen it happen enough times to say it's pretty likely. So I'm not sure if any of you have ever done that before. Either you've been, if you're a woman, maybe the guy did it to you, where he basically surprised you with so much good stuff at the beginning where you were so in love, but then after about a few months he stopped doing it. Is that true for any of you ladies and any guys on here? You've seen it, yes. And if any of you guys have been in a place where you've worked so hard and not gotten results, I may give some clues on how you can do it better next time. So stay tuned. So, hi Georgie, nice to have you here. So what I speak about this is really clear. In my scope yesterday, I talked about being authentic as a core value in the work I do, and also about working with my clients. And that one was a pretty powerful scope, and it went really deep. The people who were watching it got very involved in the conversation. It was great questions and stuff. questions and interactions. I usually got stuff lately. My brain's a bit tired from last night. A few beers, what can I say? And it's a school night. How could I do that? But what I want to speak to you about in this context is being authentic in your dating life as well as when you're in a relationship. Because it's so tempting, because we've been raised this way, that you've got to set the bar so high to meet someone. You've got to outshine anybody else. Now, this may be more for the men than for the women, so let me qualify that. But we've been told so many times by everything from Cosmopolitan to dating sites to relationship experts that we should impress the girl. We should take her out and wine and dine her and make her feel special, and exhausting our bank accounts and our hearts and not getting anything out of it. Ultimately, because we don't win that way. We impress, we may get laid, that's what the men are supposed to focus on, or we may get some dates out of it. We may even get a relationship. But unless we set the bar at an achievable level, she's going to be disappointed. Now, ladies, I'm speaking for you in this case, and I trust this is true for you, but really what I think you really want in terms of a partnership and a relationship from a man, and I guess I didn't mean to define it this way, but it's coming down this way, if we'll do it correct, right, is that you want a man who basically you can trust. A man you can feel is strong and reliable and has presence that you can lean on and know it won't go away. Ladies, is that true for you? I know this work I've been doing, I've been discovering this more and more. What women want is a man who basically is not about the flash and the whiz bang. It's nice to have the golden, the treats and everything else. But more than that, it's about a man who's reliable in his presence. I don't mean reliable like he doesn't do the chores. That's nice as a bonus. But it's reliable in his presence. How does it feel when you're with him? Does he feel solid, reliable, stable, present with you so that you can trust him? Trust is key, yes, absolutely. So for men out there watching this scope, or for any women who want to share it with their men they know, and for ladies too who do this as well, try and impress your date with how, for ladies, speak to you for a second, if you try and impress your date with how to be looking so extra special, and I don't mean just looking nice, I'm talking about you go over the top, where you do some things to make yourself look so much different from who you really are, that they are sort of blown away by you, that when they get to know you and they wake up with you in the morning, 3 months into the relationship, you don't look anything like that. It's going to shock them and stun them out of their complacency. So this is true for both sides of the conversation, for men and women, where we will do things to impress the opposite sex. Yes, you want stability and feel safe, absolutely. But most men don't know how to do that. And in the work I've done, and I've talked about this on Scopes, and it's in my book, which is right here, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. That's my book, by the way. I talk about this because two of the major teachers I studied with talk about how men have been trained in the macho teaching, which is my way or the highway, I can get things done, I'll take care of it, and I'm done. Whereas the masculine man is about, I'm mission driven, I'm here to do something important in the world, make a difference, and I'm absolutely here to serve, make a difference, and I love making that happen. That presence, certainly. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover is my book. It is on Amazon.com as a physical book and Kindle. It's on my website as well, and you go to barryselby.com. There's my website. If you go to the book section, that's where the book is in PDF as well. If you want an ebook version, you get it from there straight away on PDF. There was something I was going to show, and I don't have it in front of me. Oops. Oh well. Still getting it. Yes. So here's the key. If you're the one seeking your book, yes, awesome, glad to hear it. Yeah, in fact, somebody, I can't remember who it was now, was talking about starting a book club, or I should say a book of the month reading through Periscope using my book, which is very exciting. So my book's reaching a lot of people. It's also opened a lot of doors. So, okay, I'm not going to talk about the book too much because I'm passionate about my work and my book too. So here's the deal. Go to my website, which is barryselby.com, and you can find out all about my book, my coaching programs. There's a discovery session there if you want that as well. I have a lot of videos and audios, and I just yesterday, for the first time, and I'm still experimenting with this, added my first Lovescope from Catch into my blog. So my intention is now to start putting my Catch archives of my Lovescopes into my blog on my website, so you find everything there. Except my browser seems to be a bit old, doesn't work. Works on my phone, but not on my browser. So if you want to check that out, there should be my oldest Lovescope, which looks really strange now, looking back 2 months or 3 months, that's sitting out there. Is the latest blog post I put up. There's nothing on it, just a little line and type, and then the video. There's not even any pictures there. Anyway, sidetracking. Back to the topic in hand. With the opportunity to date and have a relationship, I recommend highly that if you want to have an amazing relationship, bring yourself present as you are. Yes, you can embellish a little bit. Ladies, you can decorate yourself as you normally do, to make yourself more attractive because that's what you love doing. But don't do things to make yourself something you're not, like put on a fake accent, or dress in a way that's inappropriate to who you are, or talk about things that aren't true, even, because that's what the thing, it's all fake if you do that. And for men, same thing applies, being authentic. So if you really don't have money to keep treating to massive meals and champagne and caviar every day, don't do it on the first date. If you got a chance to do it once in a while as a treat, once you've established a relationship, great. But on the first date, you want to make an impression that's healthy, not the best impression necessarily. It's the healthiest one. Show her who you are in your heart. Show who you are in your truth. Tell her about what you're about. She'll be much more attracted to what you're about and who you are than what you show in terms of bling, if you want to call it that. Yes, some women are very impressed by the fast car, the gold jewelry, and the chance to get stuff from you. If that's what you want, go for it. I don't recommend it personally. I don't recommend it to anybody else. But in terms of getting a healthy relationship, if that's what you're seeking, and I trust you are if you're watching my scopes, this is one of the keys I recommend, is authenticity. So both in your dating life and in your relationships. Being authentic means being real, being truthful, being honest, showing your truth as you are, so you can be received. Because if you're trying to make an impression that's not you, and you get there, and then get impressed, you've got to maintain it. That's hard work, and it's not healthy. So the simple story is authenticity wins the day every day. And in your dating life, don't try so hard. In your dating life, be real, be authentic, be funny, be joyful, be real. That's what it comes back to. How many guys are on this Perry? I don't know, probably not that many. Usually I get more women than men watching my scopes, although some guys do join in. I am building more of a male audience slowly but surely, but truthfully my audience is mostly ladies. That's who I coach, that's who I support, that's who I serve. As I was on a radio interview yesterday that'll be aired in December, I think. I said, she asked me what is my passion. I said that I'm a passionate champion for the feminine. My work, my mission, my speaking, my coaching is towards the women, because you've been underserved so many times, and around relationship you haven't necessarily been taught the story. And most of the women coaching women don't speak the same way I do, because that's not their style. I speak from the masculine point of view. So for the ladies out there who are watching and listen to my scopes, that's kind of what I want to reach, is to help you choose ultimately what you want in a relationship and love, because you deserve it. So that's really why most of my audience is women. It's the best way to put it. I do a daily Lovescope, so you can find all my archives on catch.me, and I don't have the paper in front of me, unfortunately. So catch with a K, katch.me/barryselby is my archive for all my Lovescopes. I will be putting my on my website. I do have in my profile, by the way, if you're interested. If you're looking for discussion, conversation about love and relationship, I do offer a complimentary discovery session. In my profile, there's 2 links. One is to the discovery session, which is the free one. It's called barryselby.com/consult. And also have a donation button if you feel called to add some funds to my tip jar, as it were, my beer fund. So, but that's what I really wanted to say. Is there any questions you have, by the way? Because I just sort of got the point out there and then I left it sitting there. So if you have any questions you want to ask around this topic, please feel free to ask before I sign off, because this is a fairly brief scope. It wasn't meant to be a huge one. It's more about stop dating the way you doesn't support you. Start dating authentically. So any questions, thoughts? Law of Attraction 5. I've seen you here before. It's nice to have you here. And I don't think Gail joined in yet, because Gail was the one I was going to talk to, because she and I have done these leapfrogging scopes about law of attraction and relationships. So it's been interesting overlap the last few days. Any other questions, thoughts before I sign off? Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate those, by the way. I do notice the red ones are kind of matching the shirt, which is kind of funny. Any questions before I sign off? Anything, your thoughts, ideas? Because this is a brief one. I normally do a longer scope, but today I'm actually rushing, so I've got something to do in about 15 minutes, and I don't want to stay on too long. So, no, I guess it's all quiet out there. So thank you for watching, and trust there's some good information here for you. Please watch my archives on catch.me/barryselby, and please check out my website, which is barryselby.com, and reach out for support if you're looking for love in all the wrong places and you want to change that. That's the consult button in my profile bio. Okay, that's what I have for you today. I may do one later on today, which is going to be a Perry Tips scope, which is actually going to talk about what I just did, which is putting my scope onto my site, which is a new adventure in visibility. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here. And thanks for the questions, and thanks for input. I appreciate your interaction always. It gives me something to make sure that I'm giving you value, and also that I can answer your questions so you get direct feedback and support for what you want. So that's it. I think we're all quiet. Thank you for being here, and please share it with your friends in the replay. And if you're watching this on replay, you can also tap the screen to give hearts as well, by the way. So I welcome you doing that on the replay. And if you have any questions, please either direct tweet me or just message me over Facebook. That works too. Or go to our website. There's a contact button on our website. In the navigation, you can find a place to tap on contact and send me any questions that way too. All right. Thank you for watching once again. I'm going to sign off now and get about the rest of my day. It's only 12:45 LA time right now. Hey, Lisa, nice to hear. I'm just signing up, or signing off rather. Unless you have an immediate question you want to post about love and relationship or about dating in particular, I'd say watch the replay again to get some content. But if you have any questions right now, I'll answer before I sign off. So this is your window opportunity. You catch the replay. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day. And this one's a fairly succinct scope, but it's a telling one for a lot of people. So get out there and love yourself as you love other people. All right? Take care. Bye.